What's up everyone, and welcome to Gentleman News Rant, where we discuss what's going on in the movie world. I am your host, The Gentleman, and today I'll be talking about why JJ Abrams is the last hope for Star Wars. After Disney bought Star Wars from George Lucas back in 2012, many fans of the iconic franchise were worried that Disney would fuck up everything by making it all, well, Disney, even though Marvel was also under the House of Mouse, and that was doing extremely well. Then JJ Abrams was announced as director, and I was a little annoyed because he was already directing 2 Star Trek movies, and to me that seemed a little greedy. But when you think about it, his Star Trek movies seemed like his demo reel for Star Wars anyway. When the first trailer dropped for The Force Awakens, the immediate fear of the franchise was wiped, and now millions of people were excited again about Star Wars, despite the infamous prequels. JJ inspired hope. Despite borrowing plot elements from A New Hope, The Force Awakens was a massive success, financially and critically. It served as a passing of the torch from one generation of heroes to another. The franchise was reinvigorated. JJ did it. Rogue One became a hit as well, and we were all anxiously awaiting for the release of The Last Jedi, which was set up to be an amazing film after The Force Awakens laid the foundation. The result was divisive, to say the least. Even for myself, I loved it as a movie, but at the same time, it didn't connect with me as a Star Wars fan. There was something wrong there. It completely stopped plot lines and theories dead in its tracks. Who is Snoke? Doesn't matter, he died. Who's Rey's parents? Doesn't matter, they were no one. How did Maz Kanata get Anakin and Luke's blue lightsaber? Doesn't matter, let someone else answer that. I get that Rian Johnson wanted to make his own Star Wars movie, and that's good and all, but his bold decisions can be considered a little arrogant and even a middle finger to the fans who wanted to see their questions answered in a better way. It was kinda like, fuck you, this is my movie, and if you don't like it, go jerk off to Empire instead. Prior to the release of Last Jedi, there was some setbacks at Lucasfilm. Jurassic World and original Episode 9 director Colin Trevorrow stepped down and parted ways due to creative differences with the company. Also, the co-directors of the Han Solo movie, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, were fired for the same reason, but they were like 75% done shooting. That's crazy. Ron Howard eventually stepped in and nearly shot the whole thing over, which cost Lucasfilm a ton of money, and added extreme pressure to Ron because he had to jump in and essentially finish someone else's vision while still making it his own. Pretty much like Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon with Justice League and their clash of visions. Let's just hope the end result isn't the same, even if Disney thinks it will be. Keep in mind though that if this movie does indeed fail, Star Wars fatigue may begin, as there are at least 6 other movies currently in development, from the pretentious Ryan with an I Johnson and Game of Thrones writers D.B. Weiss and David Benioff. It is possible to have a movie franchise go on for years without people losing interest. Just look at Marvel. They've been doing it for 10 years and still going strong. Hell, they even release 2 or 3 movies a year and still no sign of fatigue or oversaturation. That's because they have a clear plan of where to go and everyone is on the same page, with still plenty of room for creative freedom. For JJ Abrams now, the pressure is on because not only does he have to make this a good movie, but he has to answer questions or possibly retcon things from The Last Jedi, and most importantly, he has to once again unite everyone for Star Wars, because all the spin-offs and the future of the franchise may very well depend on it, as he is our last hope. So do you guys agree with me? Vote in the poll above my head. And which Star Wars movie are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this wonderful channel. I'm The Gentleman, and that was fucking News Rant. Just want to say, JJ, good luck. We're all counting on you. Wait, that's a different movie.